Warning, the following video contains images of considered awesomeness. View at your own risk.
This is Mattstar102, and recently I went to ToyCon UK, which is the UK's first designer toy convention. This took place in London at 6th of April 2013, and I really enjoyed it. This was my very first convention or anything like this that I went to, and I just went absolutely ballistic with the camera. Some of the photos aren't the best in the world because I was just using it as a point and click, so sorry about some of the quality of the photos. But nonetheless, I really enjoyed this. I got to meet some great artists, see some really great things. And if you don't know what designer toys are, my suggestion is either Google it or watch Toy Break, and you'll sort of understand what it is. It's kind of like 3D pop art. They're toys just because they're made in plastic and they look like toys, but they're not made for children, so it's kind of hard to explain from my perspective to you guys. Just Google it and you'll try and sort of get an idea of what I'm talking about here. Now, there was loads of great artists, most of them from the UK and around Europe. Now, throughout the day, there was many different things. There was panels for Q&A for different artists, with some of which that I really liked the works of. And the other one was a customs panel where 3 artists had to design a custom, and they asked questions about how they do and go about customizing toys and stuff. Now later on I'll show you some of the doodles that I got from people because it was a really laid back experience. You could go around, you could talk to the people about the work. They were quite happy to talk about it. Even if you weren't buying things, it wasn't like a market thing where it was just push for you to buy and sell things. So it was really nice and it was really sort of laid back, and this is probably what I heard from people. This is probably one of the best conventions to get started on because it was small enough that you didn't get too overwhelmed, but it was big enough that there was a lot to see. And something like this I would love to do, and I would probably like to see more of. This is probably the first time the UK has seen anything like this. It's been really big in America and big in Japan, but I think now it's starting to get well known and it's starting to almost solidify itself in the UK. Probably not more mainstream, but certainly if you know about it, you will definitely know about it. So I took photos throughout the day, many of which were of the toys that people were displaying on the counters and stuff. Some were for sale. I think a lot were for sale. Some weren't. Some were just more showpieces to show what the artist could do. But it was a really weird experience seeing all these different toys sort of laid out. Because I've seen pictures and photos on Google and everything like that, but the photos don't really do it justice. Seeing it in person is just amazing. Especially some of the custom stuff. You'd think that it was produced in a factory. But it wasn't just all toys as well. I managed to get doodles of some of the artists. I'll show them later on in the video. And people just sold t-shirts and a few more other toys and bits and pieces. So it was a really nice experience. And I bought a few things along the way, and I will also show you them at the end of the video. These are just pretty much all the photos that I took throughout the event. Most of them are just close-ups of the toys, and the 2 videos at the beginning of this video that you saw were pretty much the entire place. There was a back bit to me, but that was just how to get in and how to get out. But it was really cool. It was just, I really enjoyed myself. And whilst this was going on, my dad was in the bloody cafe next door and not doing anything. Just sat there having a coffee, just surrounded by a load of people who love toys. Yeah, comfy for him. So all these people did doodles for me, and I'm just going to show you up now. They were quite happy to sort of doodle for you. You just go up and say, can I ask for a doodle? Some people went from the policy of if you bought something from them, you would get a better doodle, but nonetheless, they were still happy to doodle for you, and you could get some really nice original artwork from these people, almost one of a kind. And a lot of these I'm going to be displaying on my wall. I'm just going to be like cutting up and framing because some of them are really nice. Oh, and probably just more one thing, if you're a gaming fan, This guy right here created the indie game Thomas Was Alone, and he was with another artist, and he felt left out because I was asking for a doodle. So because he couldn't draw, and the game that he did was with squares and rectangles, I asked him just to draw squares and rectangles, and he was extremely happy to do that because he felt a part of it. And I just felt sort of happy that I could just sort of involve him in the whole thing. And yeah, it was just an amazing day out, and I'm so glad I came across this. And I think I have to give just sort of like a big thank you to Toy Break. I found out this sort of around about this time last year, I think, when I heard about it, and then I followed them on Facebook. And then I followed ToyCon on Facebook to sort of know how far along the convention was going, about tickets and everything like that. I did a research quite a lot about how to get there, how to get back, because it was my first thing and it was just kind of a new thing to me. So I was so glad I went just for the experience. And yeah, that's pretty much it. This is my experience from my first convention. If you'd like to tell me in the comment section what's your favourite convention, or which convention you'd like to go to, if you've been to any, yeah, leave a comment in the description below, and I'll see you next time. See you later, guys.